TJ, should our position on Kyrie change?
Yes, it should change in regards to Kyrie. It should be even worse than we originally imagined. You know, I have to be, and I try to be, incredibly careful, fellas, in terms of I try to focus on what you do, not who you are. People make mistakes. None of us are flawless. All of us have made mistakes. We'll continue to make mistakes. None of us are perfect, and we get all of that. But I've been covering the NBA now for almost 25 years. I mean, this is some of the stupidest nonsense I've ever seen. Just flat out stupid. So let me get this straight. So if the reports are true, because we don't know whether they are or not, okay, but let's give credit to Sham and others who have reported this. It is what it is. Let's go with that, okay? If it is true, Jay, if it is true, Marcus, so you don't have a problem with taking the vaccine, your position is that you're going to sit up there and compromise the championship aspirations of an organization you signed on to represent. You coaxed Kevin Durant into signing on to represent. You played the role in coaxing James Harden into signing on to represent. You're going to compromise all of that because you want to give a voice to the voiceless. Really? And how is that going to work out for you, Kyrie Irving? You're going to disappear from the game of basketball? Who the hell is going to be interested in what you have to say when you have proven that you can't even be trusted enough to do your damn job? A job you volunteered for. This ain't the military where you were drafted. You chose to play basketball. You chose to enter the NBA. You chose to sign that contract as a free agent to go to the Brooklyn Nets. You chose Brooklyn as your destination. You chose the Nets franchise to represent. You asked KD and James Harden to come on board with you in Brooklyn to establish your own legacy, and then you leave them hanging. Because of what exactly? Your own individual principle? I am not calling Kyrie Irving stupid. Kyrie Irving, I happen to believe, is an intelligent brother whose heart is in the right place. But now you've regressed to an alarming level of self-righteousness. It not only makes you look hypocritical and untrustworthy, it makes you look what I know you are not, which is flat out stupid.
Oh, Mike, it is really hard sometimes to watch videos and stop your blood from boiling. It is really difficult. And this is one of those times. This is one of those times. And to just really listen to his words, I cannot believe it. You're going to step down from the NBA. He didn't step down. You guys threw him out because he wouldn't listen to what you had to say. And actually, no, he did listen to what you had to say. And he made a personal choice not to go along with what you had to say. And he goes, and for what? Your own individual principles? Yeah, for your own individual principles. What, you're going to step down from basketball for freedom and liberty? How dare you? This whole speech irks me to my core.
Yeah, and these are the same people who were singing the praises of someone like Colin Kaepernick when he was standing up for what he believed in, and they were repeating his narrative and were saying we need to tear down the system of the NFL or whatever, and they're supporting. It just depends on, you know, again, it's the same thing as before. Your blackness isn't valid if you have the wrong opinion. Well, your standing up for what you believe in is not valid if what you believe in is something I disagree with.
Right. It's exactly that you see somebody standing up for their values and you care more about a championship, because we all know Kyrie's a great player. You care more about a championship for your for your NBA than you do about freedom and about liberty. And you know what it's very reminiscent of? It's very reminiscent of when the left got super mad at Laura Ingraham for telling LeBron James to shut up and dribble. Is that not exactly what he's saying right now? He's saying, shut up, go get your jab, and dribble the ball. That's exactly what he's saying to him. But we were all up in arms when Laura Ingraham said that. And Stephen A gets to say it live on air on ESPN, one of their top anchors, and nothing.
Yeah, and we talked about this yesterday a little bit because Kyrie came up yesterday. If you didn't see yesterday's episode, go check that out. But it amazes me that all of the outrage is directed at the player who's standing up for himself, standing up for freedom, standing up for his self-determination, his body autonomy, and not at the insane rules that are driving the outcomes that Stephen A is complaining about. He's saying you're going to cost the team a championship. Your teammates are counting on you. The fans are counting on you. Well, why aren't the teammates and the fans and the media up in arms over a rule that is denying him the ability to play, even if he can take? There was a whole season last year in the NBA before there was a vaccine widely available,
Right.
that people were tested daily, and they're still tested, and you can show up to practice confident that you're not infected with COVID, and he's safe. So though they're denying him, they're the ones taking away the Nets' chance at a championship. They're the ones costing the teammates and the fans, the people who are instituting these insane rules. You want to talk about stupid nonsense, Stephen A? The stupidest nonsense I've ever heard? The stupidest nonsense I've ever heard is a perfectly healthy, non-infected player not being able to practice or play basketball when he's posing absolutely no risk to anyone else. And that's an idiotic rule, and our outrage should be directed at the idiots who are putting these rules in place, not at the players who are standing up for their freedom. Freedom is not stupid. There are some things bigger than basketball and way more important than it, and you guys have completely lost the plot on this.